Hello and welcome back to another interesting video. Over the last 1 week, I've listened to over 100 real sales calls from tech startups to IT services to real estate agents to consultants, you name it. I've listened to all kinds of sales calls in the last 1 week. And after analyzing them, I found patterns. What make people say yes and what instantly kills the deal. And in this video, I'm going to share what actually works in sales calls. Not theory, not motivation, but pure real call insights. I'm Bharat Ogirala, founder of the Sales Gurukul, India's leading premier skill training institute for sales professionals. If you stay till the end, you will know exactly what to say, when to pause, and how to turn an average call into a winning one. The first thing is the big revelation. Most sales calls fail in the first 3 minutes. I realized most salespeople lose the deal before they even start. They rush the pitch, they sound robotic, and forget to build connection. I'm going to share some findings. Finding number one, the first 3 minutes decides everything. When I listened to the top performers, they spent their opening minutes on building rapport and intent setting. They did not spend it on selling. They'd say something like, before we dive in, can I quickly understand your goals so that I can tailor this call better? That tone creates trust and control. So, the takeaway here is do not open with, I want to tell you about our product or our company. Open with an agenda which is focused on the customer's success. Mr. Prospect, I want to understand your goals before we get started. That one line changes everything. Now, let's see what top salespeople do differently. It's called the energy transfer. Sale is nothing but the energy transfer from you to the buyer. When your tone is enthusiastic, you sound confident and genuinely curious, the customers will feel safe. But in most of the failed calls, the seller sounded tired, scripted, or needy. People don't buy products, they buy your confidence. The takeaway here is before every call, stand up, smile, breathe deeply, and visualize a successful outcome. Your voice becomes your body language on the phone. Finding number two, discovery questions wins the deals. The top 20 calls I analyzed had something in common. They asked more questions than they answered. So instead of pitching, they discovered what their customer wanted. They asked questions like, what is your current challenge? If I could fix one thing today, what would that be for you? And what is stopping you from solving this already? These questions reveal pain points that make your closing effortless. The takeaway here is don't sell until you fully understand their pain. Ask at least three deep questions before you present your offer. Finding number three, storytelling beats features. When I heard some of these winning calls, I noticed that they told stories, not the features. They said one of our client in Hyderabad had the same problem, and within 3 months, their productivity grew by 30%. That is proof plus emotion. It is very simple. Bad people say our tool has five different features, but great people say this tool helped a real business to grow. The takeaway here is keep three or four micro stories ready for your next meeting. It will humanize your pitch. You stop sounding scripted, and your customers can feel it instantly. Finding number four, talking too much kills the trust. Do you know the average talk ratio of a top sales call? 40% salesperson and 60% client. Average performers flip that. They talk 70% of the time or even more. The more you talk, the more your client feels pushed. But when you listen, they feel valued. The takeaway here is ask question, pause, and let the client fill the silence. Remember, silence is the most powerful sales weapon. Finding number five, objection handling is preparation, not a talent. Great closers are not born with charm, but they are prepared. They know exactly how to handle objections. When someone says your price is too high, they don't defend. They agree and add context. I completely understand, Mr. Customer. And that's exactly why our clients choose us, because our solution saves them more money in the long term. The takeaway here is write down your top 10 objections and craft a two-line answer for each one of them. Rehearse them until you sound natural, calm, and confident. Finding number six, closing is about micro commitments. I noticed top salespeople never go for the big yes immediately. They get small agreements along the way. They'll ask, does the solution sound aligned with what you need? Then, would you like to see how we can implement this? By the time they ask the actual sale question, the client has already said yes 3 to 4 times. The takeaway here is build mini yes moments before your final ask. Finding number seven, follow up timing. It matters more than the frequency. When I tracked some of these calls for post meeting action, I found the top closers followed up within 24 hours or even lesser. They didn't wait for 3 days. Their message was short, personalized, and value driven. For example, hello, Mr. Customer. It was great talking to you earlier today. Here is a quick recap of the meeting and also a bonus resource for you that might help you to decide. The takeaway here is make sure to follow up within 24 hours and add value in every touch point. That's what keeps you top of their mind. Finding number eight, mindset matters more than the script. When I compared average versus top performers, the difference was not their words, it was their belief. Top performers believed that they are offering a solution, not asking a favor. They sounded confident, relaxed, and helpful. And with average performers, it was the other way around. They sounded desperate and pushy. The takeaway here is before every call, remind yourself I am here to help, not to convince. That mental shift instantly changes your tone and results. So, here is a quick summary of what actually works from the top 100 sales calls I listened to. Start strong and build rapport. Transfer your energy to the customer. Ask deep questions. Tell stories. Listen more. Handle objections gracefully. Build those micro commitments. Follow up quickly and keep your mindset very strong. And you don't need 100 calls to learn this. You just need to apply it consistently. So comment below which sales call mistake you're going to fix first. Subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step sales lessons like these. And if you want me to personally review your sales process and help you to build your call framework, click on my calendar link in the description and schedule a one-to-one call. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy selling.